So very good evening to everyone. So I think the various types of participants like faculty, students and research scholars and some industrialists are here. So I'm glad to welcome all of you for this fantastic session on sentimental analysis with using NLP and machine learning. Is it audible to all of you? Okay, thank you. So today the sentimental analysis using NLP and the machine learning. It's organized by the Government Engineering College Thrissur ISTE GECT Students Chapter in association with NoviTech. Okay, so here I am G. Palanivel. So from NoviTech. So NoviTech is a technology company specialized in a product engineering with main focus to industries and automotive and robotics with industrial electronics. So and we are playing a major role in academic project training in a variety of domains. So like embedded IoT, power system, power electronics, Java, Android, and machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, it's like that. And then we are conducting a lot of faculty development programs. So in a variety of domains and some reputed colleges in Kerala and the Tamil Nadu also. And then next we are doing a 100% based hardware based hands-on workshops. So and then in-plant trainings under the internships. So with a certificate based. So and we are located in Kalur, Kochi, and our another one branch is in Ramnagar, Kovai. Okay, so first of all, I would like to convey my thanks to the Honorable Principal, Dr. V.S. Shiba Madam, and the coordinators of this fantastic session. It's a Government College of Engineering, Thrissur. So it's an engineering college. It's situated in Thrissur city, Kerala. So it is a third oldest engineering college established in Kerala, and the first government engineering college to be established at the formation of Kerala state. So this college is affiliated to the University of Calicut and APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University. So and really thank to the principal and the coordinators of this session. Okay, so let's enter the topic. So I hope definitely all of you will get a lot of information about this title. So kindly follow me till the end. And if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe us and click a bell icon for upcoming notifications of our webinars. Okay. So this is our today's agenda. This agenda gives us a first we are going to introduction to sentimental analysis, and then what is the exact meaning of sentiment analysis and how it will be work. And after the definition, applications of sentiment analysis. What are the applications? Here we are using by the sentimental analysis in various companies or some political surveys, such like that. So and after that some processes. So what are the process inside in a sentiment analysis method? So here we are going to gather some deep knowledge about that, and then one project demonstration. It's based on a political analysis. Okay, so let's enter. So first, introduction. So introduction of sentimental analysis. So analyze means we know that we need to check the data. So that means analyze. So analyze is a checking process. Okay, so and here we are going to check our analyze, sir, our sentiment. So that is called sentimental analysis. So our people's sentiment. Okay, so it's like we all know the success of the company. So if you are taking any one of the company, so the success of the company is directly depends on the customer's feedback. Okay, so if the customer like your product, it's a success. If not, then you need to update your product by making some changes on it. Okay, so but how will you know whether your product is a success or not? So for this process, we need to analyze our customer. It means analyze the sentiment of them. Okay, so that's why here we created the sentiment analysis method using by the users feedback data. Okay, so this is a short introduction, and next the exact definition about sentimental analysis. So simply, so that's sentiment analysis is the classification. That's all. It's a classification of emotions. So within a text data using by the some text analyzing method. This sentiment analysis is a technique used in text mining. So for gathering a lot of data, and from the data we need to get some knowledge. So that's called a text mining. Okay, so this sentimental analysis technique is used in a text mining. So this text mining technique is for analyzing the sentiment of a text message or some paragraph or some image from images. For an example, here we take a tweet. Okay, so Twitter sentiment or opinion expressed. So through it may be a positive or negative or neutral. So however, no any algorithm can give us 100% accuracy for our prediction. Okay, so but here as a part of natural language processing and some algorithms, machine learning algorithms like support vector machine and some naive Bayes and some decision tree algorithms. So it was used in predicting the polarity of the sentences. That is called the emotions. So polarity of the sentence. We need to identify the polarity. Okay. So this sentiment analysis of Twitter, this Twitter data, so may also depend upon the sentence level and the document level. Okay. So then why sentiment analysis and where we use this sentiment analysis? Okay. So for the first application is a business. So most of the companies using this sentiment analysis to develop their business strategies. So to predict the customer's feelings. So towards the products or brand. So how the people respond to their product launches, and also why consumers are not buying some of products, certain products. So this sentimental analysis is a machine learning technique that it detects the polarity. Okay. So for example, here I am implement the one product. So this is some example feedback about this product. Okay. So the first customer is telling about this product is a amazing product. So as a human being, we all know about that. So this is some positive comment. Amazing product. So this is the positive feedback. So and another one user told us this is not bad. Not bad means it's some neutral comment, neutral feedback. Okay. And another one user, so it gives us a feedback like I don't like it. So this is one of the feedback sentence. Okay. So and this is some negative response. Okay. So understanding the people's emotion is essential for the business. So since customers are able to express their thoughts and feelings more openly than ever before. Okay. So in online pages or some online sites. So by automatically analyzing customers' feedback from survey response of social media conversations, and some brands are able to listen their feelings. Okay, so using by this analyzing method, we can easily get our product is a good or bad, is that a success or not. Okay, so here I am give a on real time example. So that is the Amazon. Okay, so in that Amazon website, here I'm simply search the skull candy wireless in earbud. Okay, so and these are the two types of reviews. So first type is a top positive review and another one is a top critical review. Okay, and this positive and critical, how this website known these types of feedbacks are the positive and some types of feedbacks are the critical reviews. So how? So it's simple. So using by the sentiment analysis method. So simply here I am taking one sentence from the positive review. So that sentence gives us a sound quality is really good for taking and making phone calls. So this is one of the sentence. So from this sentence we need to extract the sentence into the words. We need to convert this sentence into the some separated words, and from these words we need to analyze the some polarity. So in this sentence, here we can get a some good. So good is one of word. Okay, so this good mentioned, this is a positive. Okay, this is the positive review. So this whole sentence is a positive. Okay, so as like that, here I'm taking one sentence from that critical review. Okay, so simply, for some reason the connection just cannot stay solid. So this is one of the sentence, and if from this sentence here we take a some word. So that's the cannot stay. So this is one of the negative comment. Okay, so from the sentence or from some paragraphs we need to extract the words, and analyzing by the words, analyzing the word when we are compared with some databases, we can get some polarity value of that word. Okay, so for example, so I will tell about it later. So and then that second application is a public action. So public actions is nothing. This Twitter sentiment analysis is also used for the monitoring and analyzing the social phenomena. Okay, so for predicting the potentially dangerous situations and determining the general mood of the some people, so some public. Okay, so for example, here I'm taking one issue few months ago. So we are facing this problem. So it's a Citizenship Amendment Act and the National Population Register and National Register of Citizens. So this act, okay, so these types of acts took the entire nation by the storm. So due to the newsroom debates or the protests on the streets, the entire nation was talking about it. As a rover, these acts brought the thousands of Indians to the streets. So caused the nationwide controversies and protests. So using by the sentiment analysis method, so we will easily predict the state-wise analyzing report. So because most of the peoples are tell about this issue on some social medias, for example Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, anything. Okay, so we can get easily the mindset of the peoples. So using by this online Twitter or online Instagram. So using by these data, we can easily predict the state-wise analyzing report, and what are the countries or what are the states are favorable for these cases, and what are the states or opposition to this case. Okay, so we can easily get this, and it was helped us better to understand the impact of this CAA, NRC and the NPR across the world, across the nation. Okay, so this is one of the applications. Okay, so and next, politics. So here this in this politics we using that this Twitter sentiment analysis is used to keep the track of political views. So this political so we are the humans, we already and always stay in a online. Okay, so and we are giving our thoughts in that some social networks. Okay, so this is used to keep the track of political views, to detect the consistency and inconsistency between the statements of government and the some actions of the government. Okay, so and also this sentiment analysis is also used for analyzing the election results also. Okay, so this is one of the applications. Here we plot the some few examples, and there is a lot of applications, a lot of companies are using the sentiment analysis method for predicting their customers. Okay, so next, here I'm going to tell about the process. Okay, so I hope all of you understand what are the basic things of sentimental analysis. Okay, so I hope it. If you have any doubt or if you want any clarifications, just mention it in a chat section. So I will give that answer at the end of the session. Okay. So first process of this sentimental analysis. So first process is a tokenization. So tokenization means nothing. It is used to split the paragraph into the sentence and sentence into the words. So that's all. So for example, here I have a one sentence. This is amazing. Okay, so this is one of the feedback, and this is one of the sentence. So from this sentence, we need to extract this into the words. This is amazing and some special characters. Okay, so this is the first process. So here I'm going to explain this process with the programming. Okay, so for that I'm simply open the Python idle for this. Okay, so and I open it the new file. Just increase the font size. Okay, so for this extraction, so we need a one special module file. So that is called the NLTK. So NLTK means it's a natural language toolkit. Okay, so here I'm using this NLTK by this keyword input. Okay, so NLTK. So import NLTK, that's all. So and here I'm going to give a sentence. So this sentence, so the same sentence, here I'm giving this sentence as a strings. Okay, so and inside of that I pause our sentence. This is amazing. Okay, and one special character. Okay, so this is amazing. Here I'm simply give the sentence. Then we need to split this sentence into the words. Okay, so I'm simply create the words variable is equal to NLTK. So from that module file, here I'm using the one function. So that function is a word tokenize. That's all. Okay, so NLTK dot word tokenize. That's all. So and here inside of that I pause this sentence. Okay, so I pass this sentence as a parameter sentence. That's all. Okay, so and finally I print this words. Okay, so that's all. So now I'm going to run this. Okay, so it's take us some time. So because that NLTK is a big module file for the natural language processing. Okay, so finally we can get some separate words. This is amazing and some apostrophe. Okay, so and this is in the format of list. Okay, so if you want some single word, if you want a single word, we need to use the split function. Okay, so for this here I'm simply give a words, and instead of that I am pass the position. So for example, if I want a amazing word only, so this is amazing. This is the 0th position, first position, and is the second position. So just I pass it to the 2 words of 2, and you can get a amazing, the single word. Okay, so this is the first process, tokenization. It's used to split the words from the sentence or split the sentence from the paragraph. Okay, so and then next, so our second process, so data cleaning. So here we need to clean our data. Okay, so it means removing the some special characters. So for example, in this word, this apostrophe is one of the special character, so we need to remove that. Okay, so this is amazing apostrophe into the this is amazing, that's all. Okay, so for this process, so here we going to using another one module. sorry, the same module but another one function. Okay, okay, so that is a tokenizer. So simply give a one variable that's called tokenizer. Okay, as equal to, so from this NLTK module file, from this NLTK module file, here I'm using the some regional expression. Okay, so NLTK dot regexp. Okay, regional expression tokenizer. Okay, and inside of that, here I am pass the raw string. Okay, so and some words, so words it's mentioned as a W plus. Okay, so W plus, that's all. So this is a simple word, and after that here I am store this all the functions of this NLTK regional expression tokenizer into the simple tokenizer. Okay, so and from this tokenizer, so here I'm created the another one variable new is equal to, so from this tokenizer, so from this tokenizer, so our variable here I'm called the tokenize module file, so tokenize function. Okay, so on inside of that, here I'm pause this, so just I remove that. Okay, so here I'm pause this sentence. Okay, okay, so and finally I just print the new. Okay, so you can get a data without special characters. Okay, so that's all. So just I'm going to run this. So see here, so this is the without removing special character, and here after the removing of special characters, this is amazing. So here we simply remove these types of special characters. Okay, so using by this regional expression tokenizer. Okay, so this is the another one process in sentimental analysis. So and after this process, the stop words are removing, this is another one, stop words removing. So it means, so as like this heading, we need to remove the stop words from our input sentence. Okay, so for example, this is amazing, stop words means nothing, so it's a simple these are the simple words. Okay, so and amazing, these are the some important words. So from this sentence we need to remove the simple words, remove the stop words. Okay, so that is the method. So here our input is this is amazing, and here we convert this is amazing into the simple amazing, that's all. Okay, so for this, here I'm going to use the another one function, so that is a corpus. Okay, so NLTK dot corpus. So from NLTK dot corpus, from NLTK dot corpus, so it's a simple. Okay, so from this corpus functions, here I'm going to import the stop words. So these are the module file stop words. Okay, so that's all. And then from this NLTK tokenize, from this NLTK dot tokenize, here I'm import the word tokenize. Okay, so word tokenize. Okay, so after that, here I'm created one variable that is a stop words. Okay, so here I'm simply save this save lot of stop words into this variable. Okay, so here I'm take the stop words from this stop words module file, this stop words module file. So that's why I'm using set of stop words, and these stop words are available in a variety of languages. Okay, so but we need from a English language, so that's why I am called the English words. English. Okay, so set stop words dot words of English. So all the stop words are stored into this stop word variable, and after that, so I am just going to print this stop words. Okay, so we can see the stop words in English. Okay, so I just comment it. So these are the stop words in English like. Okay, so are not, in, good not, before, me, of, should. So these are the stop words. Okay, so we need to remove these types of stop words from our input sentence. Okay, so that's all. And see, this is our previous program. Okay, so and here I merge this stop words into the previous program, and after that, here I'm going to use the some for loop. Okay, so for example, this is the list. So this is a list, and new is a list. Okay, and this list has some 3 words, and we need to check this 3 words with a stop words. Okay, so for this process, here I'm using the for loop. So for word, here I'm simply set a one variable that's called word. So for word in new, so these are the new words, no? So these are the new words. So we need to extract the single word from these 3 words. Okay, so and after that, we need to check this word whether it is inside of the stop words or not. Okay, so if word in stop words, so it's a simple, it's like some English conversation, that's all. If word in stop words, that's all. Okay, so if word in stop words, and here I'm going to create another one list. So that is the output, so is equal to, so empty list. So if this word, sorry, is not in the stop words, then we need to append this word into the list, particular list, output list. Okay, so I'm using the some append function, output dot append. So this is for add the new data to the list. Okay, so output dot append of this word. If this word is not available in the stop words, then we need to store this word into the one of another list. Okay, so that's all. And finally, else, here I'm just pass the program. Okay, so that's all. And after that, simply I print the output. Okay, so that's all. So see here, we set a one sentence into this sentence variable, and next, so this is the special character removing operation, and this is the stop word removing operations. Okay, so just I run that. So from this program, we need to get only the amazing. Okay, so let's check it. So see here, so this is our input data, and this is after the special character removing, and this is the stop words removing. So finally we get some single word. Okay, so because this and the is are the normal words, so we need to remove that normal stop words. Okay, so this is the process for removing the stop words. Okay, so and then our another process, our next process, classification. So classification means nothing, we need to set the one value for these words. So apply the value to the words using by the some supervisor learning algorithms. Okay, so we have a lot of data, data for positive words and some negative words and some neutral words. Okay, so for example, simply if our word is our extracting word, that amazing is a positive word, means that will be assigned as a 1, positive 1. If it is a neutral word, means it's a 0. If it is a negative, means it's a -1. Okay, so definitely our amazing, this is a positive word, so this is the 1. Okay, so this is the classification method for applying the values to the words. Okay, so this is the another process. And next, the final process, it's a calculation. So add the values of our extracted words. So for example, so here we get a one single word. For example, if we get a some multiple word from this sentence, okay, so product, okay, and amazing. Okay, so this product, it's not a positive or it's not a negative, so this is a neutral. So neutral means we need to assign the 0 value to this product. Okay, so finally here we get only the amazing. For example, if your get a product means, so this is a 0, so 0 plus this amazing value 1 is equal to, finally we need to add the values, so we can get a 1. So 1 means this is a positive. So our input sentence, that is this is amazing, is a positive command, positive review. Okay, so that's all. So let's check this with the program. Okay, so these are our input words, and finally we can get a output in a this output variable. Okay, so and finally we will check this output type. Okay, so this is the list, so I think this is the list. Okay, so here I am split the data from the output. Okay, so it has a only one data, so the position of this data is a 0. So I extract this data. Okay, so output of 0, so that means that is the single word. Okay, so now I am check this type of this output. Okay, so and finally I check the type of this data. Okay, so data, print type of data. So let's check it, and before that I'll comment this all the print statements. Okay, okay, see, so first, that is the amazing, that is the listic data type. Okay, so and after splitting the data, after getting us some particular data from this list, so it will be a string, so we need only the string, that's why I am using this positioning method. Okay, so this slicing method, so data is equal to output of a 0, and this amazing string is stored to the data. So here we get a, we have a one data as a string data type. Okay, so that's all. And after that, so I will show the data set of some positive words and some negative words. Okay, okay, so here I have some words. These all the words are mentioned. This is the negatives. Okay, so these all the words are negative words. Okay, so I take it from a dictionary, and these all are mentioned as a positive words. Okay, so amaze, so this type of amazing, so amble, so colorful, so these all are the positive words. And just to see, these are all the words in a lower cases. Okay, so if we want to compare our input data to these text files, we need to convert our data, we need to convert our data into the lower case also. Okay, so for this process I'm using the another one case changing method in a Python. Okay, so I give a name as a final data. So final data is equal to, so data, here I'm convert our data into the lower case. So lower data dot lower of. So that's all. And finally I print the final data. Okay, so and type of data, and I also I give a print statement for this data also. Okay, so print of data. So that's all. So I am command this type of. Okay, so let's check. So this is our list data, and this is our string data, and this string data is converted to the some lower case. So then only we can check this data from our data set. Okay, so for this process here I'm using this lower function. Okay, so that's all. So now after this conversion, the conversion process, we need to read our data sets. Okay, so for this process here I'm using the file handling method. So f is equal to open off. So this is the file handling method, is a very important part in a Python. So f is equal to open off. Here I'm pass the our data set. Okay, so positive dot txt, and I assign this data set with a function of read. So because we need to read that data. Okay, and then so I am simply give us some variable positive word. Okay, so positive word is equal to, so we need to read the data from this positive dot text. So f dot read of, that's all. Okay, so as like that, so I'm give a similar program for negative. F is equal to open of a negative dot text. Okay, so that's all, and this is a read, and it will be stored to the some negative word. Okay, so we are successfully reading our data set and store these data into the positive word and the negative word. And after this process we need to check this final data, so whether it is inside of the positive word or negative word. So for this here I'm simply using the if condition. Okay, so if our final data, if our final data is inside of the positive word. Okay, so if it is in a positive word, and here I'm simply set the polarity as a 1. So because positive is a 1, so polarity is equal to 1. So next elif. Okay, so final data in negative word. So negative word means it's a -1. Okay, else. So else means it's a definitely neutral data. So I am set the polarity as a 0. Okay, so that's all. And finally I am going to print the polarity of the sentence. Print of polarity. Okay, so that's all. Okay, so I am simply change this sentence with a user's input. Okay, so input of enter the feedback. Okay, so that's all. So I am just going to run this. So enter the feedback. So I am simply give a this is amazing with some special characters. So once again, so here I'm store this program in a various locations. So I need to copy our data set, and I just paste it to the same location. Okay. So and after I run that, so enter the feedback. I'm just to give it this is amazing. Okay. So I just run that. So you see, our final polarity is a 1. So 1 means it's a positive feedback. Okay. So instead of that if conditions, here I'm simply print the statement as a positive feedback or negative feedback as like. Okay. So positive feedback. And here negative feedback. And here some neutral. Okay, so that's all. So let's check it. So there's this amazing. So this is the positive feedback, and again I run this. So I'm just to give a this is bad. Okay, so this is bad, and just to see, so this is the negative feedback because this bad is inside of the negative data set. So that's why we get a -1 polarity. So this is the negative feedback. Okay, so let's check with some neutral bad. So this is okay. This is okay. Okay, so it's a neutral. So let's check with the program. So see, finally we get a OK, and that OK is a neutral. So the polarity of the OK is 0. So we get a neutral feedback. Okay. So this is a simple process for identify the polarity value from a sentence. Okay. So but in our Twitter data, so otherwise in our some online data, so we have a huge number of data, huge amount of data. Okay, so that's a big file, so we need to handle that big data. So that's why we are using the some machine learning algorithms. Okay, so this is only the basic programming. Here I am just using the some module files, that's all. So using by these module files and some simple input sentence, we can get a output. So but if we take if we want to analyze the customers feedback from the data of website, then we need to give this all the data into the some machine learning algorithm, then only we can get this we can get some exact output. So because there is a lot of data. Okay, so I hope all of you understand this simple sentimental analyzing method. Okay, so then here I'm take an application project demonstration for Twitter sentimental analysis for political data. Okay, so this is our hardware demonstration, sorry, some software demonstration. So using by the some data sets. Okay, so so in the 2016 that American presidential election was characterized by an intense competition, especially after the primaries of political parties. So that resulted in the dispute between this Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. So and that Donald Trump representing the Republican Party and Hillary Clinton representing the Democratic Party. Okay, so the political conflict between these two candidates was reflected in the discussing among the users in online and social medias and Twitter also. So although these candidates candidates oriented tweets so can reach a large number of users. So disputed debates in Twitter and in other social networks, those that are not all users have the some same sentiment now. So we are the humans, we all don't have some same sentiment. So regarding this data, so we need to analyzing. So what are the how many of the positive reviews for Hillary Clinton, and what are the some which what are the number of some percentage of some negative comments for Hillary Clinton as like that Donald Trump. Okay, so here we defined the 6 Twitter user classes during the 2016 American presidential election. So that include the sentiment variations. So here I am showing the data set. So that include the sentiment variations. Okay, so that depends on the Donald Trump and the Hillary Clinton. Okay, so and just see here we categorize the tweets, categorize the users as like that. So first one is the first category is a non-politically engaged, and another one is a politically engaged users. Okay, so non-politically engaged means it's no need. Okay, so it's whatever it may be. So and next, if it is a politically engaged, this is our market data. Okay, so instead of the politically engaged, we can split these users for the supporters and the non-supporters. So with the supporters category and another one is a non-supporters category. So we can split this politically engaged people as a two part, supporters and non-supporters. So and supporters, we need to analyze the supporters. So either these supporters are supporting for Trump or Hillary. Okay, and if you are moving with some non-supporters, so there are the some 3 categories that positive. So these types of users can give a tweet about Donald Trump as a positive manner, or some neutral manner, or some negative manner as like Hillary. Okay, so here we have a lot of data set, and this all the data set has a different sentimental. Okay, so from this different sentimental data we need to analyze the political situations among the Hillary and the Trump. Okay, so let's check it. So here I have a code for sentimental analysis. Okay, so this is our data set. Here I have some data set for Clinton. Okay, and I categorize this all the tweets with a polarity. Okay, so this polarity is our label. So this is the positive comment, so that's why I give a +1, and it's a negative means it's a -1, and if it is a neutral comment means it's a 0. Okay, so this is for this data set for a Clinton. So it's like that. Here I'm taking another one data set for Trump also. Okay, so it's like here we also categorized the tweets with a positive, negative, and the neutral. Okay, and this is our total data set, and this has a both of the data. So for Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Okay, so and this is the text, this is the tweet, and this is the favorite count, and this is the retweet count, and this is what are the language is this tweet, and finally the medium. Some is there is a media are available, then we also categorize this. So from this data set, from this total data set, I split it with a 2, Clinton and Trump. So that's enough. Okay, so and just I open the code, and this is for analyzing the report. So which candidate have a most probability, so based on this tweet. Okay, so most probability for winning. Okay, so just I explain these are the all module files. Okay, so here I'm using the some decision tree algorithm. So so this is some basic machine learning classification algorithm. Okay, so these are the module files, and here I'm read the data set of Trump and Clinton. I store this as data set to the separated variables df Trump and df Clinton. Okay, so and finally I print that data sets. Okay, and this is the pre-processing method. So inside of that, so because our tweets maybe it contains some links or some website links or some another one Facebook account that's tagging history. Okay, so users. Okay, so using by this expression regular expressions, here I'm change these all the types of strings. For example, if this tweet has some www dot, and if it is as a https, so these are the some links. So just I change these all the links into the URL. Okay, so as like that, if this tweet contains some of the user, so I change this user with a at user string. Okay, so that's all. So and next, so this is the vectorizer. So this is this function as a, and this vectorizer as a three parts, that a tokenization method and some stopper removal method and some special character removal method. Okay, so using by this tf-idf, this is the vectorizer. So here we can easily extract all the stop words, so removing all the stop words and special characters, so from our inputs. Okay, so and after this is for classifications. So AdaBoost method. So AdaBoost is one of the classification algorithm. So so this is the training state for training function for this AdaBoost. Okay, and this is for MLP. So MLP is one of the basic neural network algorithm. Okay, so and here I'm also I give us some features under the label. Okay, so and finally, so once again, okay, so these are all the some functions, that's all. So here only our main code starting. Okay, so first I read the Clinton tweets and pre-processing and feature extractions and some AdaBoost under the CNN classification. So using by the CNN algorithm, here I'm going to analyzing the report. Okay, so analyzing the some probability of winning report. Okay, so just I pause this data into the I classify, I splitted this whole data set as a features and the class. Class means is a label. Okay, so this is for reading the data set, and this is for removing the some special characters and the stop words. So there's a data cleaning process. Okay, so as like that, here I'm also take a some Trump data set. Okay, so Trump tweets, and this also um, data cleaning method using by this tf-idf vectorizer, and this is the pre-processing. Okay, so here I'm simply called the feature extraction function here. So this is the feature extraction function. So here I'm simply called that as like, here I'm called the AdaBoost training classification and the MLP training classifications. Okay, AdaBoost and the MLP. Okay, so it's taken from here, MLP and the AdaBoost training classifications. Okay. Okay, so I give this features under the label to the both of the algorithms. So first one is a AdaBoost and another one for a MLP. Okay, so that's all. And finally, we find out the accuracy. Okay, so using by this ANN accuracy module. Okay, so at the end of this accuracy finding, here I'm just to print the total accuracy of ANN classifier. So with a some percentage. Okay. So and this is the count. So from this module files, from this vectorizer, from this tf-idf vectorizers, here we easily split the tweets as a positive and neutral and negative. Okay, so and after that we need to analyze, we need to count the positive tweets about the Clinton or Trump as like neutral, as like negative. Okay, so for this process here I'm simply use the for loop, and if it is a positive comment means here I'm increase the positive count here. Okay, so here means it's a Trump. Okay, so positive count here plus 1. If it is a 0 means neutral count tr is equal to plus 1, but the negative means negative count tr is equal to plus 1. Okay, okay, so and finally, so I print the data depends upon the number of positive reviews and the number of positive reviews. It's totally depends upon the positive reviews only. Okay, so positive feedback only. Okay, so this is a full statement. So finally, positive count of Clinton is greater than positive count of Trump means we need to print this line. So according to the predictions, Clinton has the most probability to win the poll. Okay, else means if positive tweet count of a Trump is greater than positive tweet count of the Clinton. Okay, so it means it's a high probability to win for a Trump. Okay, so this was just printing. And after, so here the visualizations. So visualization we need to we can easily get some informations, some cleared details. Okay, so from a visualization model. Okay, so for this here I'm using the matplotlib. Okay, so I am just differentiate this all the values, all the positive tweets and some negative tweets and some neutral tweets with a green color and blue color and the red color. Okay, so and after that I just create some labels. Okay, so it's a extract labels. So this is for creating the some bar chart. Okay, so bar plot. Okay, so and finally I'm using the some auto label. So and instead of that I'm just create the width and the height. So width and the height of the level, so positive level and negative level and neutral level. Okay, so and finally we plot the we show the plot. Okay, so it is all the positive data are mentioned with a green color, and all the neutral data, neutral count are mentioned with a blue color, and if it is a negative means it's a red color. Okay, so just I run this code. Okay, so just to print the data set and some MLP classifier. Okay, so see, so Twitter sentiment counts Trump and Twitter sentiments count Clinton. So this is the positive, 64 is a positive, and 19 is a negative, and 47 is a neutral. So it's like 180 positive tweets for a Clinton and 13 neutral for Clinton and 142 for negatives. Okay, so finally according to this prediction, so this is only based on our data set. Okay, so if you are give a more number of data set, more number of tweets, then you can get some accuracy. Okay, so it's totally depends upon our data set. Okay, so here I'm simply plot the values with some visualizations. Okay, so this is for Trump and this is for Clinton, and this green color is a positive and blue color is a neutral, and this red color denotes the negative. Okay, so that's all. So and after, so I'm going to run another one program. Okay, so this is for analyzing the our input data. Okay, so here I'm simply take a Trump data set only. Okay, so Trump data set, and this all the data stored to the df Trump. Okay, if I'm give another one input tweet, that input tweet was compare with the Trump data set, and finally we can get some output. Is this a positive or negative like? Okay, so just I'm going to run that. and this is the same process. And finally I'm get some input. So finally I'm get some input from a user. So using by the some pi message box, this is one of the GUI creation method. Okay, so using by the GUI, so here we need to get some input from user. So that's all. So and this new this input data is compared with the trump data set, and finally we get some output. Okay, and this output is a positive or negative or neutral, so we need to print that. Okay, and it's also mentioned this with a some graphical representations. Okay, so what does the focus say? So here we need to give our input tweet. So for example, just I am give us some tweet as a I like Clinton. Okay, so I like Clinton. So and I'm created one hashtag. So because that every tweet has some kind of hashtags. Okay, so and in that hashtag I give us support Clinton. Okay, so and here I'm tag the Clinton ID. Okay, so that's all. This is our simple tweet. Okay, so using by this data set and using by this algorithm, so we need to find out is this tweet or is a positive or negative. Okay, so I'm just to give a okay, and this is the data about the Trump. Okay, so I'm just I close that, and here we get a one another one output. There is a neutral. So I like Clinton. So this is based on this Trump data set. This is the neutral. Okay, so that's all. Okay, so this is the program for getting a input from user tweet, and we can analyze is this a positive tweet or negative tweet or neutral tweet. So based on the Trump data set. Okay, so this is the method for analyzing the sentimental. Okay, so in this sessions, so from the beginning, so we have seen about the what is the exact definition about sentimental analysis, and what are the applications, what are the companies are using the sentimental analysis method for their own products, or uh, some political survey analyzing. Okay, so and after that, so we see the some process inside of this sentimental analysis, and after, so one of the project explanations. So this is based on the political data. Okay, okay, so I hope all of you understand this concept, the simple sentimental analysis using by the natural language processing and the machine learning. Okay, so if you have any doubt, and just mention it in a chat section, I will give answer. And guys, if you want a okay, so I'm give a answer for the questions. Okay, and Shantanu Chakraborty, so which software I need to install to execute this code? Okay, so simply here we need some Python programming and some machine learning model files like Pandas and NumPy. Okay, so and guys, this is all the these all the projects based on a machine learning and deep learning. Okay, so if you want more details about the machine learning and the deep learning, just go through our channel. So I will post it some link about this webinars in my description. Okay, so and then NLTK is one of the important module file. So you need to give a command pip install NLTK, And after install the NLTK, you need to download the NLTK module files. So just to open your Python interactive mode. Okay, and just to give a NLTK dot download of, that's all. You can get a NLTK module files. Okay, so that's I explained. So we need a simple Python programming and the NLTK and some machine learning module files. That's all. Yeah, how to we extract the string from the data sets? So simple. We need to read the read all the data set with a line by line, and from this line we need to give this data this line into the some tokenization method, and using by this tokenization we can easily split the strings. Okay. Okay, so that's I explained in this project. So how do we tokenize the data based on the input? So that's why I explained. So if we want to extract the details from a huge amount of data set, we need some machine learning algorithms. And Pratiksha P. Kumar. So what if we give not bad? So bad is in negative data. Yes, correct. It's a fantastic question. So I will explain again. So just okay. So see, not bad. Okay. So finally we get this two data from our sentence. Okay. So this not, if we apply the some values, so if we compare this not data into our positive or negative data sets, we can get this value for a not is a 0. So because it's a neutral word. Okay, so not is a neutral word. So and next bad. So bad is a negative word. Sorry. Yeah. So and finally we can get a -1. Okay. So if we final get a -1 means it's a negative. So otherwise it's only based on the our values. So for example, if we give this not into the negative data set, if it is a -1. Okay, so if you are give this data into the positive data set, okay, so this is the +1. So not is a single word. Okay, so it's not mentions any one of the some special words. So it's a simple word. If you take this word with a for a comparison, okay, so maybe it's in a positive. Okay, so it's only based on our humans data sets, that's all. Okay, so not is a neutral word. If you are give this word into the some positive data set, okay, so positive data set, from this positive data set we can get this with a +1, and if it is a bad means it's a -1 means finally we can get a 0. So if it is a neutral, okay, so not is a the separated keyword, so definitely we need to give this not into the positive. So that's all. Okay, if you want these types of, if you want to classify these types of data, then definitely you need to give this not into the positive keyword. Okay, so because this not is only used for these types of these type of things, because mentioned the some neutral words, that's all. Okay, so if you are give this not into the positive and bad into the negative, and positive negative is a -1, sorry, 0, so it's a neutral. It's okay. Yeah, we cannot be sure all the words are in the data set. So if the user input some random thing like bestest or something, means so that takes as a neutral. Okay, so because in our product, sorry, in our project, so in our data set here we mentioned only the negative and positive word. If the random word it's like this bestest is definitely it's a positive word. So if it is a not inside of the negative data set and the positive data sets, means it's take as a neutral words. Okay, so because this is the machine. Okay, so it's not gives us some exact. That's why I'm already told all the machine learning algorithms or deep learning algorithms gives us a perfect output. Okay, so it's only based on our data set of positive words and the negative words. That's all. Yeah, and next Darun M. Noyer, sir. But negativity is negative situations is positive, right? Yeah, yes. But for analyzing the sum of the product, so we can't and we don't take a only one tweet, only one feedback. Okay, so we need to compare this tweet with the most of the number of data sets. Okay, so most number of the datas, feedback and tweets. Okay, so based on this we can get us some oscillational output. Okay, so either it is a negative or positive. So it's based on the other tweets, other users tweets. And again Anaga S. Menon, a same tweet can contain both positive and negative words, and how can we find the overall sentiment of the tweet? Okay, if you have some positive word and the negative word in your tweet, then you can get some neutral. So for example, -1 plus 1. Okay, so that output of these values, it gives us a some negative or positive or neutral. Okay, so maybe these types of tweets or feedbacks is mentioned as a neutral. Okay, so for example, if you are have a bad feedback, that's a -1. If you have a positive words in your tweet, means it's a +1. So finally you get a 0. 0 is a neutral. Yeah, yes, Darun M. Nair, sir, but Trump won the poll, right? Yeah. Yeah. So when I run this program early, so I also I get this same doubt. So but this analyzing is only based on these data sets, that's all. Okay, so it's not the exact tweets, Darun. It's only the some example tweets, that's all. So these tweets are created by manually, so it's not taken from a Twitter. So we can't access the tweets, access the Twitter using by this our Python programming. we can get only the some certain things about the some hashtags or some users. So that's all. So we can get some limited tweets only from Twitter using by the API key, application program limited frequency. So using by this API key, we can get only the some limited tweets, limited data from Twitter. That's all. So and another one thing, it's totally depends upon the another one person. So there is a lot of restrictions for getting Twitter. Sorry, getting a tweet details from a Twitter. Yeah, and Darun M. Nair, sorry, any other use of sentimental analysis in real-time world? Definitely. So that robot. So I don't know the name of that robot. So there is one robot is available as like our Amazon Echo or some Google Assistant, Google Home as like that. Okay, so if you are talk something with your Google Assistant, okay, so from this your from your voice, okay, so it will be extract this voice into the some sentence, okay, so using by the speech to text conversion method, and from this sentence it's definitely it's gets us some data, whether it is your mood is some happy mood or some sad mood or some neutral mood, okay, and based on your mood it's automatically play one of the song in your home theater, in your own home theater. Okay, so this is available in our Amazon Echo. Okay, so but here that input data is given as a voice. Yeah, yes, definitely for this process we need a some NLTK. So and guys, if you want a further information, some more details about our webinars, or if you want more details about this content sentimental analysis, so just call or mail to this displayed number and mail ID. So 9746742936 and novitechcochin@gmail.com. Okay. So if you want some help for your project, and if you want some internships about the latest trending technologies, so just message us through this mobile number, through this mail ID. And guys, if you are like our work, just click a like button and share this video with your friends. So it's very useful to gathering some informations about the sentimental analysis. I hope all of you enjoyed this video. And guys, give your valuable feedback about this webinar in a comment section. And once again, I thank all the participants, so like faculties, students, and industrialists and research scholars, and especially thanks to the Government Engineering College, Thrissur. So thank you all of you. We will meet in the next webinar. Our next webinar is on healthcare and patient monitoring systems with IoT in association with University College of Engineering, Todupula. Thank you.